Hello guys, welcome to part 18 of the SAS JEEP. Okay, some things I've done off camera, but I'll start this video by a dramatic recreation of breaking off the gear stick lever. Another dramatic recreation and throwing it on the table. Okay. So off camera, actually I had done some work. The 5 pieces of jerry can is already screwed onto the mouth, to the bonnet by 5 self-tapping screws. This was done off YouTube, but it's posted on my Facebook page. Yes, Facebook group. Yeah, under the same name, James Pang Kid Scratch Build or something like that. Okay. So right now, all 5 at the end. The webbing buckles were all in place. Okay. But all the jerry cans are still not welded yet. Okay, some webbing here, except for this one. This is slightly welded. Okay. Now, off camera, I've also made this the catch to this side. Okay. It's not pretty lah. It's not pretty, but so baking soda and super glue is needed now for strength. Okay. Then later I will do a neater version of this without the baking soda infill to this part. I think I forgot. I actually forgot about this. There's another loop here. Okay, before I got onto this one after laying on the shelf for a year plus, I think. So the catch to this side, let's close the zone, and then the catch to this side. Okay. So later we'll do some. This part is actually on detailing, starting on detailing. So let's put you guys on the stand here, and I bring down the diorama. Okay, give me a second. Give me a few seconds while I zoom you guys out or in or out. And get you guys centered and focused. Double check the focus. Okay, so here we go. I still have that underneath. Okay, so you saw this thing broke off. Now this thing is actually the space here is actually kept purposely short and rounded for things like that. This is actually aluminium tubing, scratch built aluminium tubing. So if I were to really put this thing longer, what you have seen there, this thing would have just broken off. So this is actually engineered purpose. Okay, so back to why do I break off this one? Okay, to pose a figure, we will do something in reverse. It's not the hand that holds the gear stick lever, okay, which is actually in plastic. It's actually quite flimsy, strong but flimsy. Okay, it's not the hand that holds the gear lever, but it's the gear, if the gear stick lever that is propping up the hands. Okay, I think I showed this thing on YouTube once. Okay, let's say for example this machine gun. The guy is not holding the machine gun, but is the machine gun. Give me a second. It's actually the GPMG that's helping to prop up the post of the whole figure. Now for this machine gun, there's a piece of metal wire from here all the way down to the diorama base. Okay, this thing is actually set quite strong. Okay. So in diorama building, some things is done in reverse. The same with this thing also. I think with the camera off, I show you guys something. Okay, this one I really have to stop with the okay. Okay. There goes another okay. The steering wheel is actually has a tab cut off a piece of copper or brass rod. Okay. The same brass rod is actually used. You see the gear stick lever. And then the ball is actually one of those, you know, those. This ball is actually one of these joints. I can't remember which is either a hand or a leg or something that looks correct. Okay. Now the same lever. Sorry, the same brass rod. Okay, it's actually used to produce a gear stick lever. This one is one of those hand, neck, feet, ball joint. I can't remember. Okay. This piece is actually the wood is actually those you know, those earphone silicone. Okay. Now for this one, I don't intend to glue it on. Okay, I don't intend to glue it on. Because the steering wheel works after all. Okay, the gun mounts work after all. So why not a gear stick lever? Then with this soft rubber boot, this silicone rubber boot, it will cover the joints. Okay, I also I have also scratch built these two levers out of the same piece of brass rod. Okay, right now we'll go to detailing the final detailing inside of the cap. Okay. Adding things like this. Let me get a brush first. Okay. Really heck, what happened? Okay, adding things like this, dust to the corners. Dust like this to the corner. All this is this one is actually all this that you see right now is actually from the gun mount itself. Now previously I had this gun mount with you know, those throwaway chopstick insert, the bamboo insert, which I felt it was not strong enough. So this morning actually I broke it off, drill both ends. Then with the same type of same length of copper rod, I inserted the copper rod from here all the way to here. Okay, almost the full length of the, from here to here, almost the full length of the printer mount. Copper rod reinforced. Okay. Of course, the gun are still swivels. Okay, so let's talking more work. Focus. I pull you guys out. Okay, for this one, Very simple exercise. You remember that that box of crumbs I swept off my tabletop after doing the diorama? We'll be using the smaller bits. Okay, the smaller bits, not the bigger one, but the smaller bits on the corners. This is actually gloss clear varnish. So also off camera, I also glue all the chairs already. Okay? All the chairs are not removable. So we'll do this in, I think, one test shot. Okay. Let me filter out some of the bigger pieces, because I do have only a few seconds to work. Never mind. We'll just leave it here. I do have only a few seconds to work. Okay. So we'll more or less filter out the bigger pieces, leaving mostly dust and sand, and of course some, you know. Okay, so here goes. Okay, we will try this corner. Sprinkle some. Oh, looks good. I'm trying to get the corners, especially the corners. And then of course the bigger pieces will don't have a. This is another. I never made that. This is a kit, and it's short. Oh no, this. I think I need my jar of real sand again. My jar of real sand. Okay, so we'll go to the underside of the. Try to get the underside of the seat. Pour some sand in. Get it spread out as naturally as possible. Okay, I think we'll do some to this part also, and then because the two colors are different, but it's more. But this for this sand is I chose it is because it's more towards the color of the diorama base. Okay, so I think we are mostly good. Some here. For diorama building, whether it's cityscape in a room, a forest, try to pay attention to the corners. You look at nature. Nature doesn't have. Nature, besides don't produce straight lines. They also don't have clean edges. Okay, so it doesn't work the other way around. You should spray then spread the sand. Of course with the brush also. maybe pat it down. Later after all this, I will bring the model out for a shake to loosen up the sand. Okay, I think we most the edges here, which again I don't think will work. Yeah, it won't work. It has to be varnished. The edges of the seals itself. Now actually in the smaller scale, this thing can be done by washers alone. But I don't think I on bigger scale it won't work. Okay, something like that. Try to seal it. But of course there will be loose crumbs and bits, which later we'll shake it off. Okay, the two surface here. That's why I put in the jelly can first. Okay. Check the other side. Yeah, the corner here needs some. Okay. More shots to seal most of it in. Okay. I tell you, my wife is going to kill me later. Whenever there's things like sand, dust, see what holds, what don't hold. Okay, the edge here. Remember, this is gloss. I don't think matte varnish will work. Okay, so flush out the can. Double ensure. And we'll dry it off. After this one, I put you guys down for a quick look. Okay, guys, a quick look. So right now we have gotten to about this stage. Okay, we have gotten to about this stage. So I think, is it possible to shake the Jeep here? Okay, well I'll try to shake the sand off the Jeep at my window here. So what is the next step? The next step is actually to ensure that the glue is sufficiently dry. Then we will try to brush off the loose ones. This will make the shaking off a bit easier, and perhaps to touch up on what is needed. Okay. Yeah, there's still lots on this edge, which I think I will transfer to. Is it needed? No, I don't think it's needed. I was thinking about this edge. Is it needed? Yeah, I think it's needed. So let's see if I can. Okay, we will shake off this one to the window, but the selfie stick is in the way. Show what to do. I will just give me a second. Try to get you guys some sort of I don't know what to make of this. Okay, so give me a few seconds to just try to shake this off without destroying anything. This thing might drop off. So it's out the window for a quick shake. Nope, not possible. So we'll do a quick shake here. Again, most of the things is not glue one unless it's needed. Okay. So let's do a quick clean up of the surface. Then I think I'll do a thorough cleaning of this room later. Okay. The joys of working in a small, very limited, small space. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm happy with it. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it. Maybe some detailing, some more to get more of the surface where it's not really needed. Then we'll seal it off with a matte varnish. Okay, guys. Sorry, I forgot about you guys. Okay, so that was a that was a field exercise. Okay, so I managed to shake some of the glass off, and then actually right now I'm actually trying to define the edges again. Okay, Then I'll do another shake off here, right here. The M2 doesn't fit to the window frame. Okay, so actually okay, this time more of the sand will be shaken off. Then after that now we'll do maybe another coat of this no, I think that's a bad idea. But okay, give me a 2 seconds. Wow, I pick up the X and the jerry can. Oops. And then clean off this one. Because I don't want a gritty surface. Okay, so we come to this matte varnish. Yeah, don't get too excited, but I will pull you guys down. Actually, a vacuum should work better. Yeah, vacuum should work better because it's when I overturned, some of the sand actually went into the crevice and got trapped. So we'll do it again. Now this morning, as I was doing this one, you know, all those drop tests I do, those those 4 that I do on purpose, and then those my figures and diorama keep on tumbling down the shelf. I don't think this machine gun mount will survive that. I think the mount will survive. It's just that the M2 will not survive. Okay, so yeah, it's good. So matte varnish. To make the gloss varnish matte again, and actually to seal in and make those sand here. I think I got a snow there. How could I have missed this spot? Yeah, I'll get back to that. Okay, I don't get too excited. I'll get too pissed off because this is taking longer than I thought. Yeah, I think I missed the spot here. Okay, so for detailing of the sand, it's not biggie on this big spot because outside some of the ledges need to be done that way, some, not all. Okay, This one is mostly covered by jerry can, which I don't think is necessary also. Okay. But I do miss this spot. Later I do something about it off camera. Okay, so I bring you guys down for a closer look. Okay, this is actually what we have achieved. Okay. Getting the corners dirty. Okay, so the next one, a bit quickie. Let's get rid of the diorama itself. Okay, so the next one is actually the X. Now actually this X, it was originally was too long. Then at the beginning, I was thinking of instead of jerry can, maybe a big gunny sack to hold camouflage nets. Yes, there will be camouflage nets. Then this thing was actually getting in the way. So actually I think I did cut a length off. And then it's joined back together again. So the X is now a semi-hatchet. So now I'm going to make another one of these the thing here to hold webbing. So where should I put it? Okay, so roughly. What is needed is actually solder. Yeah, there goes the dice again. Okay, what is actually needed is actually solder. Then of course I'm planning to use 6mm. So a rough estimate. Do I have anything in 6mm? No, never. We'll do it the over-engineered way. A bit broader, never mind. Oh, this one is good. Okay. So a piece of solder, cut to roughly more than what you think you need. Okay. Press the solder here. Work the corners down. Into something like that. Did I focus? Okay, into something like that. Now try to work the edges to the angle that you need. For this one, it's not 90 degrees. Where is my glasses? Okay, for this one, it's not 90 degrees. But I do need a straight, the edge here to be straight. So it's something like that. So it's something like that. Then now cut off the two ends. Cut off the two ends. Then find a pair of pliers. Cut off the two ends. Equally if preferred, if can. But it's not important. Okay. Then find a piece of plier that have non-serrated edges. Okay. Then just trim the two ends. Okay, so you have something like this. Can it be focused? So you have something like this to be glued on, which the diorama comes back. So where to glue it on? Okay, make it as straight as possible. Okay, so where to glue it on? Oh, I just remember the reason I left this thing off is there was no place to leave it on. To glue it on, sorry. So we'll do it from the underside. Now remember, this thing is actually quite flexible. So later there will be some flex to get the webbing in. Okay. 2 drops of super glue to one side, purposely a bit more. Okay, to have it sort of overflowing, to simulate what we call welding. Okay, get the two edges on. Okay, so we'll have something like that. Okay. Now this floor was done differently using stapler. Okay, because I had some funny idea then, but it turns out that this tool is, I don't know what to make of this one, but this one will have webbing tied to this one. Okay, then let's look at the X, the thing. So webbing here, webbing here, webbing here. So okay, right now as the super glue is drying, we'll do some painting on the X. And is there a shower? And the shower. Now originally I think the shower and the X is of the same length. Yeah, I think it's of the same length. But I think I cut off quite a lot from here. Okay, so let's deal with this cut surface, and then I will paint this thing. Do the straps. Okay, do the straps fast. Okay. And of course my missing gear stick lever. Where? Here is it. At the missing gear stick lever. Okay, so we will clean up the X, the hatchet. And X is called a hatchet. Okay, did I clean up all these years before? I think I did. So we'll deal with this thing. I think we'll do it the fast and dirty way. Try to fill the gap. And then I'll try to introduce some texture. Not try that. I will introduce the texture to this. Okay, texturing, fast and easy. Okay. Should I? Okay, let's do this surface. Okay, spread, clean, sprinkle. Some, not too much. It's very easy to go overboard. Okay. I wish I can do this one to the wooden handle. It was definitely hide the joint. Okay, so some to this side, some to this side. For this one, I want to preserve the edge clean. Okay. Okay, so for this one, I want to preserve the edge clean, so I'll stop the super glue somewhere, but not at the edge. Okay, so some texturing like that. And then after this one, it will be a blow dry, then a light sanding. A light sanding before all the things set, before the super glue really dries. When it dries, it will be something. it will be stone hard. Okay, so something like that. My eyes is really that bad. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Let's get some. We'll get some here, but not to the edge. So is it dry enough? Yeah, I think it's dry enough. We don't need the hair dryer after all. Today is a hot sunny day in Singapore. Yeah. So a quick sanding from my only piece of only missing piece of only piece of sandpaper that has a proper grip. Okay, this is actually to round off the the top, to give the surface you know those forged appearance, and then of course the edges. Okay, the edges. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Okay, so let's make a quick okay, for this one for the wooden part on World War II, not German, the Allied forces, they tend to be green. Okay, they tend to be green. I think they have something against. I think they have something against lacquer. You know, no, not lacquer. It's actually shellac. Shellac in the 30s, 2030s. I think all the way up to the late 70s. I think. Okay, shellac actually have take 2 months to dry, 2 whole months. So the allies, I think on this point alone, I'm checking the there's still a bit of gap. Okay, I think I do it this way. This thing goes in, so I need to cover this side. Okay, so we'll keep these, I needed this, we'll get rid of all this. So we need this to actually give me a few more seconds. Guys. Okay, for obviously this one I could go over with some tools to get back the the wood grain. Okay, so let's get to the painting of both. Like what I'm saying, the ally tend to paint the wooden part green. Not any green, but those opium green, which we will do with mix with this. This is actually dry. The proportion is actually this one. Then we'll go with this one, the opium one. We'll keep these. We'll need this. So mixing stick. Yeah, I think we'll go with this one. Mixing stick. Is that? I don't think that's all. That I think it's okay. Okay, so this will we activate the opens. Okay, so with this one we'll try on to the handle. Mixing some of the lighter color on purpose. I think I made an boo-boo. I should have gone for the breakfast. But never mind. That's the fun of being at your workbench. You do what you like, mistakes and all. The trick is actually to produce something that looks half believable. Okay, so we need to do some of this. Now this is actually, this point actually I have on for a very long time. I think some of you guys are rolling your eyes right now. You can't do this with acrylics. Okay, I only use enamels. So a quick fast one. Let me get through the recess. Okay, so a mix of some color, you will have something like that. Let's go with the X. I think we'll have more of the light green with the X. Okay, the dark green. And then followed by the light green. More dark green and light green together to cover whatever needs to be covered. This light green itself, I think there's 3 or 4 types of green. I can't remember. You have to look through my old videos. But this particular ashtray has been out, I think, throughout all my views. This is actually to hold enamels. Brown is below. Then this is actually this one is actually to hold standard water soluble color pencils, which ones just drop out. So am I happy? Okay, let's get some greens, lighter greens here. Okay, so might as well dry brush some, blend in some while I'm here. Okay, so X handle. Okay, so we get to the part that actually I should have done in the first place. The black. Hey, this is actually my wash. This is actually my brush grading. Okay, let's get on with the blacks. I think now this black is more like a wash. So it's actually quite thin. I should have masked this one because I need to mask this one for dry brushing of silver. And I got some blacks on there. Okay, so I show you the boo-boo that I just made. Okay, the boo-boo I just made is actually this black here. Take note of this one, and then of course here. I should have masked this one. Okay, so the X turn out like that. The spade will receive basically the same treatment. So I just realized how shaky my hands is. Besides having bad eyes. Okay, so most of it. So we have a badly painted spade. Hey, I forgot the handle. Give me a second. So we have one very painted very painted spade. Okay, now we get onto the handles, which I should have done first. Actually, I should have gone use a rattle cam black. I do have I think it's finishing, but I do have a can of a rattle cam matte black in my kitchen. I should have used go all over the whole place with black. Okay, another belly painted handle. Okay, so the black will go here. Okay. So should I do this thing now or later? Never mind, we'll do it later. You know the part that I make a boo-boo. Okay, so flat, good flat, but stiff brush. For this part, don't go for those the cheap nylon one. At least go for pig's hair. This is pig's hair. This is I think I got this set from Daiso. I think it came in a set of 5. I think it's 5. A set of 5. For Singapore at that point in time was $2. Nowadays I think it's more like this is dry brushing. More like $2.14 per packet. Okay, so the cutting is like that. So okay, so I need more on the edges here, but not the cutting edge. Okay, more on the part that doesn't receive the baking soda. Okay, so we'll end up something like that. Okay. This is the I hope the camera can get it. This is the part that is still smooth. The rest has been gone through with this not gone through, caked with baking soda. Okay, so we get something like that. Okay. Then of course more boo-boo here, silver. I should have masked the one. Who cares? Who cares, James? You don't care. No one cares. I don't care. This part there is a joint like that. So this part definitely some will go on the greens. But who cares? Okay, the part that cuts into the earth. Could I do it with my fingers? Yeah, I think I can do it with my fingers to mask off the dark blue. Look at that. With my fingers. With just my fingers. Now this is actually what I keep on harping, you know, get some hobby paint, do some practice, then you come up with funny techniques like masking with your pinch fingers. I'm getting to like this cheap and good Daiso paint marker, $2 each. Then now is $2.14 each. Sing dollar, not US dollar. Okay, so more on the side that jigs in. And we have I forgot the other side, sorry. I was going for the grand finale before the next episode, which is weathering. And then of course spots of silver here and there. And we have something like that. I hope the camera can capture. Okay, and then we have something like that. Oh my god, we're past the 1 hour mark. Hold on guys, this one I will do a quick weathering after this one, then we'll call it a day. I think I tell you, I will, at this rate I'm going 1 hour episode on 1.6 on 1.6 modeling. I think I won't get past the maybe the 150 subscriber, and that's the truth. 1.6 we are seeing the end days of 1.6. Those that are really into 1.6 military, I'm talking 1.6 military, are dwindling. This is actually the rough statistics I got after 3 years. After 3 years on Facebook. Then when I opened my group about 1 year ago, now coming close to I think 870 plus, or I put it at nearly 900 subscribers. Mostly on my post alone. Mostly on my post alone. There are some posts from some of my guys, but nowadays because my data is running out, I don't forward them to my page. But my page is actually mostly my views. Now from then after I post it on my Facebook, I will forward them to other groups. Then from the impression, this is what we get so far. Okay, from the impression I get after all this while, I think those that are in the 1.6 military numbers mostly worldwide. I'm talking worldwide. Maybe only in the 2,000 only. Okay, those that are building in various degrees, maybe from the kit or whatever. Okay, are mostly in the. Okay, remember the boo-boo that I made. Okay, now we try to wash it out. How to wash it out? With washers. Remember this one that I used for, you thought it was a thinner? Should I shouldn't I? Never. We just go without varnish. If it cocks up, this is the one that I use for that on the segment. Now it's with varnish and what? This thing will go into rubbish. This is that particular rush is actually in the same set edition. $2 sing per packet. With I think there are five pieces in that set. Okay, so and remember guys, this before you any of y'all do this, go it over with matte varnish first. I'm doing this one because I know my material well, but even so some of the paint here is lifting already. Okay, but I'm going to show you what happens with washers before I end this video. Yeah, some of the paint is already coming out. Okay, remember the X. Where is the X? Okay, remember this part. The overdue one, this, and then the silver also. This thing can actually be washed out with washers. You just have to get your technique under your belt. I'm doing this before matte varnish. Okay, before matte varnish. But even with matte varnish, things like that can be done. You do that. Practice on things like that. Doing things like that will go into the painting of his cups. Okay, it's the same technique. What I'm doing right now here is actually the same technique. Then with the same bottle of with stuff of mostly from the same bottle also. Now I got it too thick. Okay, so let's go for some you know, some, I don't know what, but something. Okay, so we'll go for some black. Then I show you the I remember, don't do this don't do this at home without matte varnish. Please please. Then go come and complaining, James, your technique don't work, all this one. Okay. It's one of those, you know, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home, boys. We are paid professionals or something of that crap. Okay, something like that. Okay. Thanks. One more reminder, don't do this. It really needs some matte varnish before you do this. Okay? Please please. Don't come back to me and say, James, you destroyed I followed your advice and you destroyed my model, and my model is destroyed. You incompetent fool. Okay, I think I will just finish off with this X. With this X, then we'll call it a day. Over an hour is really not good for 1/6. Okay, so we have gotten it to this stage. Okay, so to cap it off, yeah. Give me a few seconds now. Okay, we will have something like that. Okay, so this is the part that should be done before those washers. Before, okay. Please remember, it's before. Okay. So a quick shot of this matte varnish. Let it dry. I let you guys see the final result. Because matte varnish will sort of help blend all the colors together also. Okay. Still wet. Yeah, still wet. Okay, drying as we speak, and then I think it needs a bit more of this. What you are seeing now actually is the same technique that is used on the part 789. Hey, part no. The part the part that is on weathering on the Jeep itself. Okay, the same technique. Yeah. Okay, let's call it a day. Okay, so from that you'll get something like that. Okay, this thing if it's done without me yakking, talking, concentrating at the same time, this thing can be done in maybe in the 1-2 minutes. You know, that is provided you know your materials well. Okay? Most of the time is actually this thing, when this thing, the time that this thing takes to dry. Okay, but because I know my materials not quite well, I can actually do it one shot off camera skip a few steps, but get some practice in, please. Okay, it's 1 hour 12 minutes. I think we'll end this video here, because this type of at this length it's really not good for 1.6. Okay guys, see you in the next video.